Welcome to a brand new program called The Body and the Mind.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
So yoga is basically an art of management. That's why I'm telling you. Today we have universities, we have big universities, colleges teaching management on various avenues. But it's very pathetic to see that they are not managing themselves individually. Then what is the essence of management? Yoga is an art of management. Why art of management? A music is an art.
Yeah.
A painting is an art, a dance is an art. Different forms of art is there. What is art? Art is something that you enjoy doing. You like to do it, you love to do it, you are engrossed in your involvement or whatever you are doing, you enjoy beautifully that state. So, art of management means in any given situation, whether you are on the road, you are with your colleagues, with your friends, with your enemies also, wherever you are learning the art of management. This is what yoga teaches. That's why yoga is a beautiful knowledge that has to be imbibed, first of all to the children, and in any avenues or any vocation, wherever if you give this essence of knowledge in the truest aspect, management is there, freedom is there, peace is there, happiness is there. Understanding this is basically what is yoga.
So yoga is an art as far as management is concerned.
Yeah, it's an art of... See, for example, today an engineer passes out with his degree. He has passed, he's just a fresh one. He goes for a job, he gets a job, and later on after 5 years, 10 years, he's become beautifully very good in that vocation. How has this come? More and more understanding on the subject. So yoga is basically more and more understanding about your food, more and more understanding about your body. For example, your body is not a mechanism wherein you need to have a charger to charge. Body is a biomagnetic system.
Okay.
We get the heat, the light, the magnetism, the electricity, the power within, according to my food, according to my habits, according to the exercise I do. You being with the fresh air, with the sunlight, automatically you are charged. Plus your drive in life is what triggers you to have the momentum.
Right.
So this, if you understand more and more about the subject, about yourself, you are the best manager.
Correct.
Then breath plays a major role. Today I have seen even many people in medical science, breathing, they don't do the breathing. I have many cases wherein we have seen they are with chronic asthma just goes off. They were living with steroids. But now, after these pranayama and the other techniques that they undergo, they are out of these problems. How is it happening? It is the power of your breath. Actually, the only companion we have in our life is our breath.
Although you don't realize it.
Yeah. So you should start loving your breath. So yoga teaches you the different techniques of Shatkarma. Shatkarmas means cleansing pranayamas. For example, day in and day out, so many impurities get into the system, even by your breath. Many people, we see them breathing through the mouth.
Yeah.
It is very important we need to breathe through the nostrils, because the nostrils have three equipments. Three equipments is, first the hair follicles, stops the dust particles getting into the lungs, it protects the lungs, one. Secondly, the finer dust particles, which can still get into, is stopped by the mucous membrane. That's why we need to clean our nostrils.
Correct.
If you don't clean properly, you have all deviated that problem, this problem, and you land up with sinus problems. How much medicines you are going to put for sinus? Because you have to clean it.
Right.
These are the basic necessity that a human being should understand. And finally we have a gland, it's called the gland that modulates the temperature of the air going in. So these three equipments are there only in the nose. So understanding the essence of breath, how you can energize you, then your body feels like, for example, you have a toy car. Battery is very weak. What do? As it just goes, just a normal running. If you charge it, it will have all activities. Remote will work, that will work, this will work, everything will work. Likewise, a human being, when he is charged with the life energy, the prana, more and more, his enthusiasm is good, he is successful in his life, he is never tired. If you see people from morning till afternoon, till evening they work. Evening they come home, they say, enough, I'm tired, please don't talk to me, just leave me alone.
I want to sleep.
Please. Why? Because the energy level is low. So yoga teaches the entire aspects of how you can really strengthen your life energy by the power of breath. There are different types of breathing techniques for that also. Like cleansing pranayams are there. Now the popular one is Kapalabhati and all those things are actually Shatkarmas, cleansings. Then we have energizing pranayams, plenty with energizing the system. It overcomes plenty of the defects, improves the function of the liver, the kidney, everything.
Total system.
Total system. So basically yoga now mind. How to really understand what is this mind. Today we always, most of us, we operate like what I like I do, I don't like I do. So like and dislike is what is making you do things. Whenever you do something with a like and a dislike, what happens is you are only getting a comfort, a temporary feeling of comfort. It's not comfort.
Correct. Temporarily you are okay.
Yeah. Whereas if you go by what is right and wrong, you are always succeeding in life. So mind is the lower aspects of a personality. It's only an equipment or sense of perception. It's not you. I always would love to share, the dog has a tail. The tail of a dog, if you observe, it always wags its tail.
Yeah.
Every time it's wagging. We can link to understand, dog is me and the tail is the mind.
Okay.
Now it's all the time wagging, and what is happening nowadays, because of its so much of frequency and the amount of strength it gives, I wag according to the tail. This is what is happening. Today most of this we are happening according to our likes and dislikes. So according to the mind fluctuating, you also operate accordingly. Suddenly I feel I want to have a smoke, you have a smoke. You know it's not good for you, but still you have it. You are conditioned to this tail. Whereas yoga helps a person to be in charge and use the mind for your objective. I'm not telling you should not drink or you should not smoke or you should not eat anything, not that. What I'm telling, when I want a tea, I will have it.
Not because you should, for the sake of...
Oh, I didn't eat my tea, whatever, today my day is gone, there is no energy in me. There are many people, they may be chairmen, executives in various aspects. But they say, there is no life in me today. Why? I didn't have my smoke. That means you are a slave to a small smoke. That should not be the life. Life should operate with strength, not slavery. We don't want to be called as slaves. But what are we really doing? We are becoming slaves of so small things. When you want a drink, you have it. Not that you cannot have it. We want a tea, you have it. We drink, you have it. No problem. But it should come from a strength, not weaknesses.
Okay.
So understanding the different aspects of the mind is what helps you to really take charge of the mind. And mind is so powerful. If you don't take charge of it, it will take you for a ride. You understood? Then understanding, you have to broaden. Today if you have just a computer with only a small limited software, what is your operation? Limited. If you have plenty of other softwares put into it, it is broadened. Likewise, though science and technology has developed to a great extent, our mind, human mind is still limited.
Okay.
We are not able to open it. You understood? So this is what in essence the little aspects of what I would like to say, what yoga is basically. Then as we go into the in-depth, if you want to know about it, we can clear it.
Yeah.
best TV.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Straight away. How do we start yoga?
Yeah.
For a common man.
Yeah. Common man actually, first of all, body is of prime importance, and we can start with these small simple exercises. Like there are certain standing stretches, side stretches, spinal twist. And before getting into the stretches, it's very important that an aspirant to learn yoga, he should understand what is Shavasana.
Oh.
Shavasana is basically Shava means coughs. It's basically a relaxation posture wherein you'll be lying down in Shavasana, and I'll be giving the instructions how to relax yourself, because generally when we lie down to sleep, you're in the normal, the thought wave patterns are functioning according to the normal thing. So you really don't get the relaxation. Here you'll be following the instructions in such a way, your mind gets into the instructions and the mind does not disturb the body, and hence the body gets the relaxation. Your mind induces the body to relax.
Okay.
Left on its own, the mind will go here and there. So once it induces the body to relax, you get perfect relaxation for the body and the mind. Now before getting into yoga, whenever we go for a yoga session, it's very, very important that we chant a sound vibration. If you see, whenever we go to other situations or places, there are so many other activities, whether it's your office, your house, with friends or anywhere. But when you come to yoga place, yoga center, or wherever you're practicing alone, it's very, very important that you create a surrounding to have a calmness and a good vibration that nullifies all disturbances. For this, if you observe, if I tell Srijit to just sit straight, and
Like this in the same
just same posture, no problem. And if I just tell you, Srijit, you inhale, and exhaling, you just bring out a sound from within. If I tell you to bring out a sound, just observe what is the sound that comes. Inhale. Open your mouth and make a sound. Sound has to come. It has come like isn't it? Just inhale, make a sound. Here if you observe, there is no involvement of this tongue or anything. It is called the universal sound vibration. Now your mother tongue may be Hindi or Malayalam or English or French or anything. But any person in the world, any nationality, any caste, any religion, you tell him to make a sound. What is the sound that comes is only this one. It's called, it just comes like it comes as In many religions it has been said as Amin, Amen, Om. But the basic sound for every human being is Why is this sound important is what we need to understand. This is called the universal sound vibration, which is called the king of all sounds. It is the starting of every sound. Now observe from where the sound comes. Inhale. Where does the sound come from?
This comes.
Actually, if you observe, it starts from the navel.
Okay.
The creation of the sound starts from the navel. Where did our life start also?
Yes.
With the mother's connection. So this is called the Ulbhavasthana, or this place where creativity has manifested. From there comes the sound. This is the same for every human being in the world. Anything, any country, any place, any nationality, anything. So the moment you chant, it nullifies all disturbing thought vibrations. Because it's like in a group of people, when the king, there is so much of crowd, but when the king comes, how does the way happen? Automatically there is a path.
Correct.
Immediately the path comes. Likewise, being the king of all sounds, any type of disturbing thought vibrations is there in the mind. You may be coming from your office, your house, or something or other. You are coming here for your physical and mental well-being. Here, no disturbing thought should disturb you. So, the moment you chant the sound vibration, it nullifies all disturbances. An experiment, if you observe, you take a piece of paper, and on the piece of paper you put little sand. You have a guitar or any stringed instrument, you just pull the strings of the instrument and the vibration is on. You place the paper with the sand. You can see the sand rearranges according to the vibrations. Likewise, the moment you chant the sound vibration, it nullifies all disturbing thought vibrations. You understood?
Yeah.
So the moment we chant, it calms down the mind. It stops all the disturbances. That's why we need to chant. Another important aspect of this, if you see, we say Shanti. What do you mean by Shanti? If you see, Shanti means,
Peace.
Peace. We are all looking for peace and happiness. Now, why Shantis come from which language? If you observe, Shantis come from the word, from the language Sanskrit.
Sanskrit.
Yeah. Sanskrit, we say, is the mother of all languages. Why? It was not something created by anyone. It is already an existing sound evolution that has been modulated for communications. If you say the words of the vowels and consonants, if you observe, it starts from here. Now your palate is here, your tongue is here. Say Kha.
Kha.
Innermost part of the tongue touches the innermost palate.
Kha.
Yeah. Say the next word. Ka, Ka, Gha, Gha, Nga, Cha, Cha, Ja, Ja, Nya, Ta, Ta, Da, Dha, Na, Ta, Ta, Dha, Dha, Na, Pa, 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 Bha, Ma. So every time the tongue touches the palate, there is an evolution of sound.
Ma.
You understood? So it's not, has its own, it just created systematically. And again it goes back. Ya, Ra, La, Va, Sha, Sha, Sa, Ha. So one time you take it out, one time you bring it, forms the entire vowels and consonants. And it is coming from which letter? So whenever anything you chant in the sound vibration, automatically it has an impact on the world of vibrations. You understood? That's why we start with and Shanti. The important aspect is, as I told you, our brain has 1000 kilovolt of current and 2 to 13 billion neurons. Your upper palate has 82 meridian points.
What is that?
Meridian points, for example, you have a piano, let us say. You press one key, there is a sound. Another key, another sound. You understood?
Yeah.
So, whenever your thought vibration and sound vibration has an impact on the brain, that's why I'm telling you, we have got a fantastic equipment. Now, I say, seeing certain things, I say, I can do it. Whenever you say, I can do it, your thought vibration and sound vibration triggers the brain and the neurons to ensure that you do it. So you will find all the via media to do it. Out of ignorance, sometimes I may say, it's impossible, I can't do it. What are you triggering the switch now?
Don't do it.
Impossibility.
Yeah.
Either you are making it possible or you are triggering impossibility. So whenever you say impossible, you are triggering the switch of impossibility, nothing will work. So who has got the equipment actually? I have got. Who can press the switch? I can press. And the switch is very subtle. The thought and your sound can trigger. Many times you would have heard people telling, I will try to do it. I hope so. Maybe. You are actually pressing a switch halfway, nothing will happen.
Yeah.
You understood? So that is why the sound vibration has a great impact. What you talk, what you think has a great impact on your actions and further what you are achieving in life. That's why the sound vibration is very important. And today I am talking to you in English.
Yeah.
The sound vibrations reaches from my throat, reaches your ears. It gets into the ears, outer, inner, middle and the inner, and it triggers the waves into your brain. And immediately, since you know English, it deciphers and you're immediately doing shaking your head or not. So fast is it.
Response.
So much powerful is the brain. You understood? It's a beautiful equipment. Yoga teaches you the scientific aspect of this capacity that we have. That's why I'm told it's a fantastic knowledge. And this is how we start working on it. Now, after doing this, we chant the sound vibration. We say, we can do it if you want. Just sit straight, back straight.
Okay.
Inhale, make a sound. Together we say Shanti 3 times. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Why do we chant 3 times Shanti? Is because there are 3 aspects to bring in peace in us. First of all, the first Shanti is addressed to Mother Nature. If there is some tsunami or gunu or something going on, we will not be sitting here and doing anything. So first we are addressing Mother Nature to bring in that peace and tranquility. Secondly, the surroundings should be in peace. surroundings is not in peace, there's no current here, that is not there, this is not there, we'll never be in peace. So we are requesting those energies around also to be in peace. Lastly, my mind should be in peace. So you, by a voluntarily understanding, and you are doing something to achieve your objective of maintaining peace. So once you chant this around the hall, wherever you are doing the class, there also Shanti is there, within you also Shanti is there. Now we are set to the exercise.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.